Last year around this time, I started a Next Gen Possibility series, starting with graphics on Next Gen Possibilities, going all the way to my career. And after my Next Gen Possibility series ended, shortly after that, 2K released the Next Gen title. And as we all know by now, 2K21 Next Gen turned out to be, a disaster. And out of my whole Next Gen Possibility series that I made last year, it was only the NBA 2K21 Next Gen graphics on Possibilities video that I feel like was seen by a dev, because they actually took into consideration what I said about the graphics on Next Gen Possibilities and all that stuff, as well as the movement somewhat, because I talked about movement in that video also. Although this video is supposed to be mainly about graphics, I gotta point out player movement also, because the movement, the movement in this demo looks so fluent, it looks so lifelike and so smooth.
Is there anything like you're real excited about?
There's some really cool stuff with movement, I'll say that. The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, I'm not a graphics guy, I'm not an artist, but when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. It's like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
Are you on motherfucking drugs, nigga? Are you on fucking meth? Are you sniffing dry erase markers?
So yeah, what I'm going to ask y'all to do for this video right here is leave a like on this video, because if y'all do that, the video might get a lot of views and likes and all that good stuff. And as a result, a 2K that might see the video and, take some of my ideas into consideration, because in all honesty, when it comes to 2K ideas, I feel like out of all the 2K YouTubers, I feel that me and the agent got the best ideas. And I know y'all thinking that I'm forgetting some smaller 2K YouTubers, but I've seen a lot of smaller 2K YouTubers channels and all y'all talk about the same stuff. I swear y'all be like,
hey man, what up YouTube? It's your boy, Dribble God Sauce XO, too saucy, back with another banger, man. And my wish list is the best wish list out of all the entire 2K community. Let's get into it.
The game is trash because there's no skill gap. We need more VC. We need more
badge progression, more saucy dribble moves, and more ankle breakers.
Boy!
Like, y'all be bringing no originality saying the game is bad. We all know that, but 2K ain't gonna do that stuff because it's gonna cost them more money and people ain't gonna be, grinding the game as much. That's in a whole nother discussion for another day, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into this video because I got about 5 things I wanna talk about in this video today. We're gonna be talking about 5 different ways to make the park or city or whatever they're gonna call it for 2K22 Next Gen actually playable and fun year round. And one more thing I'm gonna say before this video starts is that this is a good time to make 2K wishlists if you trying to make 2K wishlists and you're a YouTuber yourself, because it's April right now, or March or April. At the time of this recording, it's actually March. And actually it might be July or August by the time you're watching this video, you know what I'm saying? Because time can pass by and all that stuff. So anyway, my point is the game is finished usually by July. And that's usually the time where 2K actually starts to wrap up their game for, the next installation of their series and all that stuff. So 2K22 is most likely gonna be done by July. So if you plan on making a wish list and all that stuff or watching wish lists, just know that by July, the game is finished. So as a result, it's March/April. What better time? So anyway, y'all, we're getting into these 5 things real quick for, part Next Gen Possibilities and all that stuff for 2K22. And yeah, let's get on into it.
Banger.
All right, now I'm gonna give y'all a quick disclaimer before I get into these topics right here. Last time, you know what I'm saying? Before I get into these topics right here, I'm gonna say that some of these topics is topics I talked about in other videos already after I made the Next Gen Possibility series, and a lot of y'all didn't see those videos because a lot of y'all new subscribers and all that good stuff. So 2 out of the 5 of the topics I'm gonna bring up is recycle ideas. So I'm gonna say that right now, so, to let y'all new subscribers know that and all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna stop wasting time in this intro for real this time and get into the first idea. So yeah, let's get into the first idea. All right, now starting at the number 1 spot, as we all know by now that everybody that has 2K21 Next Gen, we all know that the biggest glaring issue in the game right now for the city is the city itself. We need a more immersive city for 2K22 Next Gen, as well as the future 2Ks on, PS5 and Xbox Series X. I mean, I don't have to go into detail about this, you know what I'm saying? If you have the game, The city in 2K21 Next Gen is a whole big open world with nothing to do in it, you know what I'm saying? And in gaming in general, we as gamers hate that, you know what I'm saying? You got games like The Last of Us Part 2, Mafia 3, You know, a game like Driver, you know, these are all games according to Metacritic, of course, because, you know, I'm using Metacritic. And I see this being said on Twitter all the time, and I've actually heard people say this and mention these games, you know, without using Metacritic. And, you know, 2K21 Next Gen just adds to the list of games that have big open worlds with nothing to do in them, you know what I'm saying? So a more immersive city on 2K22 Next Gen, as well as the following 2Ks on Next Gen, is much needed in the game. And you probably asking the question, well, how can they make the game more immersive in terms of the city? Well, they can add in some stores like, you know, some arcades, like how they had it in current gen, but actually make the arcade have more of an incentive to actually use the arcade itself. Like, for example, put the basketball shoot hoops in the arcade, like how they had it in current gen, and like give us, I don't know, 100 VC for reaching level 5 on shoot hoops, and then give us 250 VC for reaching level 6 on shoot hoops, and then for reaching level 10 we get like 500 VC. See what I'm saying? It's not that hard. And I remember back on NBA 2K19's My Career Mode, they had a part in the story where you went to the arcade and you could play the old 2Ks, like 2K9 I think it was in that story mode. They can put that back in 2K22 in the arcade and have you go to the actual arcade machine and play the old 2Ks and get VC for playing a game in the old 2K. Like, for example, NBA 2K9, NBA 2K10, etc., etc. You play like one game with like 4 teams or something like that. Like a little mini game inside of a game. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard. They have the storage space. They have all this power with these next gen consoles. They can fit a mini game into the arcade. I don't see why they couldn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. You know, give us more stores. Give us a store that has special home decor for a My Court and bring the My Court back. Give us more pedestrians to walk around in the city that we can challenge to a game of one-on-one and earn a little bit of VC. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us the opportunity to enter into more buildings instead of having it to where 90% of the buildings in the city aren't enterable at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. But anyway, y'all, that's it for my first idea. So now let's move on to a more important idea, number 2. Now, a second way to make the future 2Ks on PS5 and Xbox Series X great again is by implementing a ranked slider and a casual slider. Now, what I mean by that is, alright, for example, do y'all remember back in the day, like on 2K17, where you can choose a playmaker or a sharpshooter or a glass cleaner or, you know, etc., etc.? Y'all do? Alright, so for 2K22 and the next 2Ks on PS5 and Xbox Series X, like 2K23, 2K24, etc., etc., what 2K should do in the next future 2Ks is make it to where when you're first creating your My Player, you have a choice to either go into a part with a casual server or a ranked server. And if you choose casual server, you cannot change it once you've already picked, like, you know, when you first creating your My Player. And, you know, vice versa for if you choose ranked, you know, you can't change it. And by the way, a YouTuber by the name of Agent 00 already brought up this idea to Mike Wang on episode 44 of 2K TV. And the only reason why I remember the episode number is because it was the one the agent was on there, because, you know, I don't watch 2K TV, so I wouldn't know. I mean, who watches 2K TV, right? So anyway, Agent 00 already brought this up to Mike Wang. However, he never elaborated on it. And by the way, I've had this idea before I even saw Agent talk about it to Mike Wang, because if you follow my channel, you know I have nothing but ideas for 2K. But anyway, getting back into this casual and ranked sliders. Now, how the casual and ranked sliders can work is that if you choose the casual sliders can be like how the game is now with 2K21 Next Gen, where there's no pie charts. You just go into the game, upgrade your attributes, and then get a build, just like how it is now in Next Gen. However, if you go with the casual sliders, then you get less rep in the part/city when you play in the city, you know, because you'll be making shots more efficiently because you make more shots because it's on, you know, an arcade type slider like how it is now with 2K21 Next Gen. And when it comes to the ranked sliders, they can have it set up to where if you choose the ranked sliders, then you got to go with a whole pie chart like you did in the old 2K, like on 2K20 and 2K21 current gen. And when you go with the ranked sliders, you get more rep progression because it's a whole lot harder to make shots, get steals, get blocks, all of that stuff, because the game takes more skill. Of course, because you're playing on ranked sliders. And also what 2K can do is, if you choose a casual slider, then the game only puts you on a casual server, and vice versa if you choose a ranked server. Of course, the game will only put you on a ranked server. So that way, when you load into the city or park or whatever they call it, you're only playing against guys who chose your same slider, whether it's casual or ranked. It's just that simple. But then again, y'all probably gonna say, well, what if we find a new meta build for casual and ranked? Well, if that happens, then we're just gonna have to cross our fingers and hope that 2K learns from their past mistakes and patches the meta build for casual and ranked. Now, the third idea on my list is something I like to call a park dunk contest. They can have a designated area for like dunk contests, like how it was in, I don't want to say NBA Live 05 because they're not going to keep that same gameplay mechanic, but give us, you know, just a little bit more ideas. They could put that to, you know, like a actual, I guess, park event. If that's not already a park event, which I doubt it is, I don't really know. But if it's not, put it into the city. It's not that hard. I couldn't see why they wouldn't. Again, of course, assuming it's not already an event, because I wouldn't know. I don't use the event center like that. So if it's not, give us a dunk contest in the park That's a whole new dynamic into the park itself, as well as like a 3-point shootout, like a little 3-point contest as well. Just a little new things that we can add to the park to make it more fun and give us more of an incentive to play into the city or park or whatever they're gonna call it. Like, it could be just like the old 2Ks, like 2K10, 2K11, 2K12 park. You know, where they had a park where you could do like, you know, the 3-point shootout, dunk contest with Babito Garcia and all that good stuff. That right there is a key way to make the city / park or whatever they're gonna call it in 2K22 and the future 2Ks more fun to play in for, you know, the park game modes and all that good stuff. So that way you don't have to just play 3v3, 2v2, 1v1 and the same old park that we've been having for years now. And like I said, that could be an event in the game, but I wouldn't know. I don't go to the event center like that. And on top of that, we don't want to have to wait to do a 3-point shootout or a dunk contest in the event center anyway. That should be something that's always accessible to the park community. But that's all I got for number 3, y'all. So now let's go on to number 4. Now, I'm going to say right now that the 4th thing on my list is probably not a huge thing to most of the people that's watching this video, depending on who, you know, watches this video and all that stuff. But I'm going to explain in detail a little bit, you know what I'm saying? All right, now currently in the park in the game, they have dynamic day and night cycles. Like, you can start at daytime and it's light outside. The next thing you know, you playing on the basketball court, playing your games and it's dark outside. But I feel like they can take it a step further. What I mean by that is give us more dynamic weather. Like, for example, give us rain, snow, fog, wind, and more weather conditions and all that good stuff in the next 2Ks coming up soon. And I believe it shouldn't just stop there. They can also make it to where it affects whether you're on casual or a ranked server. Like, y'all know I was talking about the whole casual and ranked thing earlier. All right, now check this out. Now, for example, if you're playing on the casual server, the weather conditions cannot affect your player at all because you're on a casual server. But however, if you're on a ranked server, then the weather conditions does affect your player. Like, for example, if you're playing in the rain, then you do a crossover, then no matter how good your ball handle is, your player has a chance at losing the ball because he might slip up in the rain because it's raining outside and, you know, the court is wet and slippery. Or let's just say instead of playing under rainy conditions, he's playing under windy conditions instead. You know what I'm saying? It's really windy outside, so as a result, when you shoot the ball, you have a higher chance at airballing because it's windy outside. Or it's snowing and your player has a chance at dropping the ball because the ball has a little bit of snow in it and the ball's slippery. You know, that can affect your gameplay because you're playing on a ranked server. Like, think about it. The weather conditions only affects your gameplay in ranked, but not in casual. Man, I'm making too much sense.
Banger.
I mean, I know they had snow in the update for, you know, the Christmas update and all that stuff, but that could be for like a casual server and have it, you know, snowy sometimes like that, you know, for the fall season or the holiday season or whatever. But in any other season, they can have rain or a lot of wind or a lot of fog because, you know, that's year round, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, new weather is needed in the new 2Ks coming up soon for the city and park and all that good stuff at number 4. So now let's go into the last thing at number 5. Now at number 5, I was gonna say the 5th thing could be proximity chat, but then I thought about it and a subscriber actually told me something that I actually thought about as well, saying that people would just blast NBA Youngboy in their proximity chat and nobody wants to hear that, and that's a good point. So instead of saying proximity chat, instead I'm gonna say better servers, because I mean, we all know that 2K needs better servers in the city because the current ones is kind of trash. So better servers is definitely needed in the city or park or whatever they're gonna call it for 2K22, as well as the future 2Ks on, you know, PS5 and Xbox Series X. So those are all of my 5 ideas for 2K22 next gen, as well as the future 2Ks for, you know, PS5 and Xbox Series X in the city / park or whatever they're gonna call it. So in the comment section, y'all let me know down below. You know, do y'all have any good ideas for the park / city for the next 2Ks coming up that they can do to, you know, make the city better? If so, let me know in the comments down below, because we need the next park installation to be on point for 2K22. Because let's be real here, the current situation with the whole city in 2K21 is just not enough. They're not putting their foot down like they could. We can have such an immersive city / park or whatever they're gonna call it for 2K22. Like, it could be so simple. Think about all the old settings we had for Blacktop for the old 2K games and look at where we at now. Like, come on now. But those are just my thoughts. Anyway, y'all, share this video. This is my next gen possibility series, so just share this video because it'll really help out a lot. Also, like the video down below and subscribe if you're brand new. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all for watching. That's gonna do it for this video right here, because I ain't trying to have this video be too long. It already is too long, to be honest with y'all. So anyway, you guys, it's been Edwin Andre. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, and I appreciate y'all for watching again. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.